But Winter beat him. "You're still hung up on her." "I'm not," he protested. Winter's face was obscured by shadows. He couldn't read her eyes, which bothered him. He usually could, and he didn't like not knowing how she was feeling, especially right now. Their kiss had started nearly 2 hours earlier, at prom, which they'd agreed to attend together at the last minute after tickets opened up to sophomores. After Winter asked Tan. After Rebecca had ghosted him for 4 months and he'd sunk into a bleak, Rebecca-shaped depression. After he finally made contact with her and found out she was dating another guy. "I'm not hung up on her," he repeated now, which felt like the truth. And yet, why did he also feel like he wasn't being entirely honest? "Your parents are our landlords, Tan." Technically true. After Winter's father passed away last summer, Fanny and Winter found the Lees' in-law suite for rent on Craigslist. It was a spare bedroom with a bathroom between it and Tan's room, intended for Mom's widowed mother one day. Their parents had become fast friends. So had he and Winter. Everyone thought Winter and Tan going to prom was sweet and adorable, and the perfect way for him to return to life AR, after Rebecca. But he'd never anticipated the magic of tonight. The way his entire body shook with laughter as their teppanyaki chef tossed a savory cooked shrimp at Winter, who caught it in her mouth, and he'd captured it on camera. How right it had felt when she tucked her hand into the crook of his arm on their way into the decorated gym. And as they danced on the floor with her head pillowed on his shoulder and his arms wrapped tightly around her waist, prom seemed like the perfect moment to let her know the truth of what she'd come to mean to him. They'd left the gym, hand in hand, and headed for his car. Inside, he wasn't sure who'd initiated this kiss. Both of them, it seemed. And then they hadn't stopped, even for most of the drive home. "I don't think of you guys as our tenants," Tan said. "Neither do my parents. You guys are like family now." She ran her hands over her rose-colored gown, smoothing down the satin folds. "How could I be so selfish?" Selfish? He wasn't following. Winter was possibly the most unselfish person he had ever met. "Winter, I don't think you need to... If we got weird, whose side would your parents take?" "Got weird? What, between us?" Tan frowned. "Finding your house was a fresh start for my mom. I can't ruin that. God." "Ruin that? You mean if this didn't work out? As in my parents would kick you guys out? No way." Winter was looking far, far ahead into the future. That was so her. "They're not like that," he began. But then he realized what she was saying. Tan's family was Winter's landlord. That meant Tan was in a position of power over her, even if it didn't feel that way. Winter and her mom had lost everything when her father died. Their house, all their furniture, and most of their possessions. They'd been living off savings ever since so Winter's mom could go to law school. Tan gripped his cotton sheets. He'd read enough stories in English classes about entitled sons taking advantage of people in their household. He wasn't as rich as them by far, but he was never going to be that guy. And now that he thought about it, if their parents got even a whiff that he and Winter were attracted to each other, they might insist the Woos leave. "I get it. It's cool." Tan held up his hands and slid off his bed. His feet pressed into the soft pile of his carpet, and he squeezed his toes together, trying to stay grounded. "No problem. You're right. We just got carried away." A silence fell. Then Winter rose to her feet. "I guess it was inevitable," she said. "Hormonal teenagers living in the same house." She gave a short laugh. "Going to prom together." Tan felt as though she'd smacked him. Was that really all that had happened? Some function of biology or brain chemistry or circumstances? It didn't feel that way. Not to Tan. "We just need to make sure we're never alone from now on," she continued. "Okay?"